So question, what's better, organic growth in your business or paid growth in your business? I'm going to tackle that question in today's video. Hi, I'm Lauren Wellington, and I'm an entrepreneur that educates people to realize their business mojo. This is a question that has come up quite a few times in the classes that I've taught, as well as just me personally, as well as in this space of social media influencing marketing. And it's this idea that organic growth is better versus paid growth. If you're in business, what's better is profit in your pocket. How you get there is so secondary. And I really want to emphasize that. Is it paid or is it organic? That doesn't matter. Are you making a profit for what you do? So if you don't have a lot of money or you don't have a lot of resources, then organic is a better way for you to go because you don't have anything else to do. If you have funds to maybe pay for marketing or promotion, then you could spend the money, but are you profitable with the money that you spent? So if I spend $1 on an ad and I sell my product for $3 and then I take home $2, and then after I spend for expenses related to that product, let's say I had to buy the product for 50 cents. So now I have profited $1.50, right? My ad was $1, the thing cost me 50 cents. So my total outlay was $1.50, and now I sold it for $3, so my profit is $1.50. Then that dollar ad is worth the effort. It's worth the spend. It's worth it. And so I really want to tackle this another way for you to think about this is, now, hold on, before we go there. People say you do organic because it allows you to establish a certain level of credibility. And I get that, especially if you're striving to be like an influencer, you want to be able to prove that you have these people following you and that they're really interested in you. And so they're interested in you because how long they've been your follower. They're interested in you and how long they either read your post or watch a video or, interact with you by commenting. So all of these things justify or support, support you having like organic growth. But that doesn't mean that you still can't get those same objectives with paid growth. Now, there's scams out there all day long, and I'm not talking about the scams of getting paid to get followers. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about something as simple as, do I run an ad like on Facebook or Instagram or some other channel, Google for that matter, to be able to promote my website, to promote a video that I did on my YouTube channel or on my Instagram channel or on Facebook, or promote my product or my service? Or do I do other activities to build awareness around me, and then people find me on social media, they follow me on social media, and then over time I'm able to cultivate them to that point? Those are important and they're valid, and they're even more important when you have your email list, which is something else that I'm going to add into this conversation. But first things first, organic versus paid is not the question to be asking. The question is, how much can you afford for either one? Organic is going to require your time and your effort. Paid is, hopefully, if you do it correctly, it should leverage your time. So if I do it organically, then it might take me, I'm using simple numbers here, it might take me 100 days to get 10,000 followers. I'm just using whole numbers here. But if I spend an ad for $100, I might get those same 10,000 followers within 50 days instead of 100. So what's more important, that I got the 10,000 followers or that I got it organically? The thing that's most important is that I got the 10,000 followers, because if I got them sooner, then I have more time to cultivate them, more time to connect with them, more time to have a relationship with them, which is the whole point of organic, right? They found you and you're cultivating this natural relationship. No, there's nothing natural in the sense of trying to connect and have a following or a base, so then that way you can market to them to sell your products or services. There's no kind of like kismet or soul searching connection, right? That's, I don't want to say that's not appropriate, because some people are selling services that are about your soul. They are about your inner well-being. But you get what I'm saying. Like, this is not serendipitous that you got the person organic and so therefore your relationship was developed organically over time. If you get the person organically, you still have to use tactics or tools or strategies to cultivate the relationship. So why not use a tactic or tool or strategy to get them faster? That's my point. Organic versus paid is not the question you should be asking. Really, what you should be asking is, how can I leverage my resources to be able to get people to become my followers? And I mean followers as in your email list, which is another video for another time. I really wanted to tackle this one in this video today, okay? And the reason why this came up is I went this morning to go on a hike with a friend, hence my attire, and she is a PR person, and I initially met her a few years ago when I had my lingerie business, and we were discussing paid versus kind of getting it out there, and like the other people who have established themselves as, I'm going to use the word influencer, but I'm going to as like the go-to person for a certain kind of content, right? And it's all started because of a client that I had yesterday. And, we were having this conversation about, paid versus organic and what it came down to for me, which is why I wanted to create this video for you, is what's your point? If your point is just to have fun on social media and your point is to, share and connect with people genuinely, especially, your sphere of influence, and then, bubbling it out to degrees of separation, then organic is the way to go. But if you really want to do something, you really want to establish something, you want this brand to be known for something, then you use a combination of all your resources available to you. And if that's $5 a day on a Facebook ad, so be it. If it's, a Google ad, so be it. You have to determine which spend is best for you. But this idea of you shouldn't pay, or if you pay, then your group is your person or your followers are not as rich, or it's not as credible or worthy as someone else who maybe didn't. I'm not buying it. And I'm getting down to the brass tactics of why you started the business in the first place. Again, you're there to make money. You're not there to prove your content craftiness. You're there to make money. That's what you're there to do. Now, there are a lot of ways that you can get people connected to you. You can write articles, you can be a guest blogger, you can be a guest on a podcast, you can start your own podcast, you can actually do a YouTube video and a blog. You could host webinars and workshops. You could, there's a lot of things that you can do outside of just running an ad, right? The question is, which activity is going to yield you the best return on investment? So if it's just you, one person show, you got a little bit of money for marketing spend, but you have a little bit of time as well, then leverage your time and spend the money on the marketing as a suggestion. If you have a whole lot of time and you don't have any money, then you leverage your time. If you have a little bit of 50-50 where, I have a little bit of marketing, I have some time, but I'd like to use my funds to be able to, get somebody to help me get on podcast or hire a VA to help me with some other things, then maybe that's where you spend your money, to get the VA to help you with things that are happening behind the scene in the business. So then that way, when that task is done or when those activities are done and complete, then you can take that money and utilize it differently. I hope you get the point that I'm making. You don't have to get caught up in the nuance. You're there to make money. So with that, be it organic or be it paid, do what is best for your business so you can be profitable. All right, till next time. Bye.